Hey guys, I hope you're doing well. I am sat with Magnus for Magnus and we are in Glasgow for the World Tour Finals, but you have the Magnus for Magnusson Classic coming up and we want to really make sure that the fans are kind of getting excited about this one because it's the third year that you've ran this competition for now. Tell me about the start of it, why you kind of put it on and kind of where we're leading to with it and this year's show coming up.
I've been running shows over in Iceland for many years now. One of the shows just got 30 years old, which is like the Iceland Strongest Viking. It's actually over 30. This was the 31st year. I got my own Magnus Classic, Strongest Man in Iceland. Those are the main ones now. I've had some others that I'm minimizing things because 3 years ago I wanted to do an international one that I would establish and keep going. And I started the Magnusson Strongman Classic. So this is the third year. We've been doing some qualifiers over in Gimli, Canada and a few other places so people can qualify for this. And there are also some invites. And of course, if you're in top 3, you get invited back.
Sure.
It's been great. First year was a little bit of shock, especially that first day, because we hit a snowstorm on the way to Gullfoss and the juicer, and I was a bit worried that we wouldn't be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
But we had some shovels and some big machinery, clear the path, and we made it happen.
I had conversations with people about it, and with the high production that we have now in so many competitions, a lot of people like that you've kind of involved the elements. I mean, obviously Iceland is a tough country, and the weather conditions can change, and it's obviously very, very cold. And there's people out there that like watching the old strongman competitions where when you were competing, you were in some pretty rough conditions. You didn't have the nice kind of indoor arenas to compete in with perfect flooring and equipment that you're used to. You've kind of used local equipment. You use a lot of stones in your events, and yeah, that first year, the kind of you could see the sleet and ice on the floor. I was watching from home thinking, I'm glad I'm retired. But
well, don't forget, you were thinking about coming over to do it.
I was kind of watching it thinking I made the right choice. No, genuinely very fun competition to watch, and a lot of people, especially people that have been following strongman for a long time, enjoy that kind of rustic look that you have to it.
Well, that's what I wanted to do. That's what I want to keep with it. Of course, we might have some polished events as well, but I want to keep it raw. I want to keep it, so you're thinking about the old times, old strongmen, old strong farmers, fishermen or whatnot. That's what Iceland was built of. And a lot of times I was brought up on a farm in my younger years.
Yeah.
And I learned to work hard.
Sure.
And I want to showcase that. Now, weight-wise, weather conditions, elements play a role. So you might not be able to use as big of a weight that you would do in an indoor shows with the perfect conditions, but it's tough and it's over 3 days. The first year we did 6 events in 3 days, every event in a different location, which was tough on the crew, and it was really tough. But I wanted to do it just to see how it would go. So last year I changed that tune a bit. So every day is in a different place.
Okay.
That's what I did last year. So three venues basically, 8 events. Now I'm planning to do 9 events, 3 a day. But they might not all be perfectly on the right venue, but close by.
Okay.
So it's like 10-15 minutes just to go between, like the first event. But the first day we'll start on a geothermal beach, which is in Reykjavik. And I've checked it out. There's not going to be a tide. So So that will be okay.
Okay. No one's going to get covered.
No. We're going to do basically a sandbag throw medley over a wall.
Yeah.
Now the original idea, which still might happen, was it was supposed to be covered with kind of sealskin. So it was a sealskin bag throw.
Sealskin.
Sealskin.
Okay. Yeah.
And these bags are coming from Canada. They're getting made and sent to me. So, but they couldn't do the sealskin thing. So I might be able to do the sealskin, or I'll do the sheepskin on it.
Okay.
You know, just like, again, going back to that old tradition kind of thing, you know. Now, I was going to build a wall or something to throw it over. Then there's got a pool there in an area, but you can see the whole beach and everything, right? And it runs hot water into the sea. And a lot of people come there to swim in the sea.
Yeah.
So, but I found this perfect wall, which is 4 meters, 43 centimeters high.
Okay.
So we're gonna throw over that wall. And so it lands on the top. And that's head to head. And it's gonna be 18 kilos to like 32 kilos.
This is heavy. That's heavy for a throw.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
That's it.
And that's the first event.
That's probably going to be the first event. Yes,
okay.
It looks like that.
Well, do you want to go through the events for this year? Because 9 events, you said.
Yeah.
9 events, 3 days. He's making this show tougher every year.
Yeah, that's the plan.
And what kind of what's the weather like this time of year? Or it's November, isn't it? So
it's November. You cannot really guess what you're going to get.
I loved last year. Watching last year's show, you had a variety of different athletes from all over the world, and then you've got this crazy man from Australia who's used to nice warm weather, and he's there topless.
There's something wrong with that guy. Seriously, I'm like, you know,
talking about Rongo Keane.
He's coming from, you know, he's brought up in really warm conditions.
Yeah,
and he comes there and does his events shirtless.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this? Just like an air condition to you or what?
But you must have loved him as a competitor.
Oh yeah, he's great. He's so much fun.
Yeah.
He's such a character.
And he's back this year.
He's back. He wants to defend the title.
I know what I'm like. I'm going to go back and forth. So let me focus on the events first.
Okay.
You're starting off with the sandbag toss.
Yep.
Then we're going to move to...
Then we're going to just move down to the beach. In the sand, we're going to do a stone press medley.
Okay, cool. Like natural stones.
Natural stones press medley.
Nice.
Which is, I thought, in the sand, you can just drop it. You know.
Very traditional Icelandic event as well.
And after that, stone to shoulder medley.
Okay.
Again, in the sand.
So what kind of weights are we looking at for these pressing and the shoulders?
I'm looking from a range of probably somewhere around 100 kilos to 130 kilos in the press medley.
Yep.
And the stones we did to shoulders have done before. They worked out really well, so I think we're going to use them again. Mm-hmm. I think the heaviest one was, if I remember right, 150. Okay. And not everybody could do that one.
These events, I remember you being really good at. Kind of, you were good at figuring out the stones and kind of, you know, where, and you could be an amazing presser, but not necessarily be good at adapting to pressing a stone.
No, you can press anything on the bar, you know, be the strongest man in the gym, you know, hand you a stone, you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
It's a total different thing. Now, so that would sum it off day one. So the guys get to relax a little bit on the hot tub there, and etc. We'll take a drive, stop on the way for dinner, drive to Hotel Husafell, stay the night, get up in the morning, have the breakfast, and about 11 o'clock, we'll go outside outside the hotel and do the hammer hold, which is the Mjolnir hammer hold.
How do you say it?
Mjolnir.
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 Mjolnir hammer hold.
Yeah, that's Thor's hammer.
Okay.
That's named Mjolnir.
Okay.
So that's head to head.
Yep.
And so.
How heavy?
I think they're only 21 kilos, something like that. 21 or 22.
One hand or two hands?
Two hands, just like that.
Yep.
And we put a plate also behind their butt. So if that drops, you're done.
Okay, so it's going to like smash when their butt comes away.
Yeah, well, it's just a mat thing.
Okay.
So as soon as you see that go, you're done.
Okay.
I did that already this summer, and it worked out great. So keeping that, it just makes it so much easier to ref it and everything if you don't have to watch that.
Yeah.
It's the athlete's responsibility to make sure he does it right.
Yeah.
So we'll just, it's only 10 minutes away, we'll go to the sheep's pen. So probably about 1 o'clock, it looks like it, to the Husafell stone carry, which is going to be interesting if somebody can break Williams' record from last year.
So what was the record last year? It was like 80 meters?
It was 84 or something, if I remember right.
Nice.
And around that pan makes it a whole lot harder. Sure. It's a little bumpy, it's a little bit up the slope, a little bit down the slope.
This is the traditional place for this.
This is the place where the stone is originally from. Yeah. The legend says that stone is the gate for the sheep's pen.
Okay.
And the legend says the daughter's farmer, the farmer's daughter picked up that stone and walked one revolution with it.
So what you're saying is we're going to have a women's Magnusson Classic to come and try this event.
Possibly. Some women have come over and actually lifted it.
Yeah.
So,
but it's 180?
186 kilos.
Wow. And they're lifting that from the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the traditional way.
Oh, traditional way.
It's so much harder than doing it off a plinth.
Oh yeah, it makes a lot of difference.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Williams is saying he's going to beat his own record. Last year, 4 people walked further than the old record.
Wow.
Over there. We had great weather there last year. And hopefully we'll get that again.
So this event, they could end up doing it in like the rain and stuff like that.
Exactly.
And it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. The show goes on.
Wow. So that's one of the elements that's hard about this kind of competition. And athletes have to be able to adapt.
You have to adapt.
Yeah.
Whatever elements throws at you. If it's snowing, you still keep on going.
Excellent. That's good. No, I love it. I love it. It's good.
So then we'll go for the farmers walk around the sheep's pen again, like I did last year actually.
Okay. Yeah.
And those farmers are difficult.
Are they those nasty ones?
They're those nasty ones.
Some dodgy refereeing going on the year before.
They are one of them is 137 kilos. The other one is 142.
Okay.
And they're short, stocky. They're in your legs. And if you try to run with them, it will actually your calf will cut it and turn it.
They look like they're just whacking.
So you gotta have to do short steps and they are. First time I brought these out, I had a track of 20 meters.
Yeah.
Only one guy finished the 20 meters.
Wow.
Nobody else did even 10 meters. So, but
I kind of want to try them.
I'd love for you to try them.
I don't want to compete in the whole show. I just want to try them.
So we're gonna end with that.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some natural baths and stuff there afterwards, and then head back to the city. For the last day, which is supposed to be all of the last 3 events are supposed to be at the Viking Village, the Viking Hotel. Outside that, but I might move one of them to a location of where they have the komatsu, earth movers and earth diggers.
Yep.
Because what I'm wanting to do is use one of those machines, the earth diggers, bring it all the way up really high, put a roller on it, roller to the machine, and then something you can. So you can you put your feet against and you do a hoist hand over hand, so it goes up to.
Okay, cool.
You know what I mean?
So is that an event you're looking at putting?
Yeah, that's the hoist hand over hand.
Nice.
And there's no clicks on it. There's no stoppers on it.
So
it's
grip
solid.
Just going to be really
solid
important.
on your grip.
That's nasty.
I know it is.
But it's one of those things you kind of you could get to the point where you're close, and then suddenly it slips through your hand,
Yep.
and you know, there's no marker of where they're stuck to.
No, what I've been thinking of is possibly put a markers on the rope at a certain distance, so you can count the marks.
Yeah.
You know, so if in case not too many finish it.
Sure.
So, we did this. This was a part of the Vikingur, you know, years ago, up west, and it was so much fun. It was great, and so I'm really looking forward to be able to bring that one back.
Cool. Yeah.
And then we're gonna do the deadlift, head-to-head deadlift.
Yeah.
Actual deadlift, actually. Same kind of deadlift that I've done before. The apparatus is with these kind of globes on. We call them bobbingar, actually. They are the ones in the trawlers. They're the ones that go to the bottom.
Used them last year. Was it last year? Yeah.
Yeah. So they go to the bottom and rolls in the bottom to keep the trawl open to get the fish in.
Yeah.
So that's what they're for. Now I got 4 brand new kind of those bobbingar things. So it's going to be 2 axles head to head, 330 kilos reps.
Nice. Nice.
I've increased the weight actually slightly every year.
I think, to be fair, your lineup of athletes has improved a little bit every year as well. So I understand. Is that all the events?
Nope, there's one more.
One more, yeah. I thought
we're going to end up with the log medley that I've had every year, and that's I've thought about doing a log for Max. Or I just it's not doing those logs justice.
Sure.
This is, you know, in my opinion,
I remember it's
greatest setup.
Magnusson log.
Yeah.
You've got, yeah.
So I actually have 5 logs. I've got 2 identical ones, which are the Jacobo logs, and this is all made by Richard Looney. Monster Strong equipment. Yeah. And then there's the Richard Looney log. Then there's a Magnus log. Then there's a John Paul Sigmarsson log. And they were made in a certain weight. They dried out a bit. Okay. But we'll still have that weight on. So John Paul Sigmarsson log was empty, 165 kilos. Yeah. So we'll still load it up to that. It's dried out a little bit. Okay. But you'll add some weight, so it's still 165. So at his time, that was his record, 165 kilos. Yeah. So Richard Looney made that in.
And it's a nice. I remember seeing it. Visually, looks really cool.
It's an awesome.
And this is going to be the last event.
It's the last event.
9th event.
9th event.
This is going to be tough.
It's going to be tough.
Yeah. How many guys finished it last year? Not many, I don't think.
I think everybody. Oh, 2 finished the last log?
Yeah.
2.
Just 2, yeah. So it's going to be hard,
it's hard
to finish that at the end of the competition.
Yeah. But last year we had them standing on it. It was on like a sandy surface a little bit. So this time they'll be on like tiles or, you know, outside tiles. So I think that would make a difference. I think first year I brought them the logs, but they were earlier in the contest though. I think 4 or 5 finished them. So I'm expecting more people to finish them this time. Sure.
But you've got more events than ever. Last event, you just don't know. Could be raining, all these kind of other factors.
You don't know. Like I said, you know.
Could be snowing, could be, you know, who knows in Iceland.
Well, there was, you know, on the last day, last year, there was a bit of rain. There was like heavy rain in the morning when we were setting up. But it got a bit better. But to do the deadlift in the rain, do the logs in the rain, it does affect you.
Yeah. Okay, so 9 brutal events. Let's take a look at these athletes. I know you've got some guys that have been before. You've got some new faces. Obviously, you've had the qualifiers going on all over.
I've had qualifiers going on. I have invitations going on. We were up to 17 athletes. It was like every year. I've been thinking of having 12 athletes. Yeah. But both previous years, I ended up with 14. This year, there were some things that, you know, somebody pulled out, changed his mind and came back in, and because I already replaced him, I said, okay, yeah, you can just join the pack. And then Pablo Cordiaca said, I want to come. I'm like, well, I cannot say no to Pablo.
You can't say no to Europe's strongest man.
No, exactly. So he said, so we were up to 17 athletes. We are down to 15.
Okay, yep.
Two had to pull out. One couldn't make it, and the other one is having a little injury or health problems. So, and that's to be expected. You line up some athletes, and you can always expect.
It's very rare that
everyone's
going to come to. Yeah. Strongman, obviously, brutal sport.
So the list that I have so far, I'm just going to go over it.
Yeah, go for it.
It's Maxime Boudrois.
Yeah, former champion.
Former champion, and second last year. Josh Gregory.
Okay.
Josh Gregory won the Ragnarok Games.
Nice.
And that's how he got his invite. He's been training. I've been seeing some of his training videos, and he's looking really good.
Good.
He's ready. Mika Toro.
Okay. Yeah.
Mika Toro is one of those
giants from Finland. Yeah.
Yeah, from Finland. You know, those Finns are always tough. And Colton Sloan was last year as well. He earned his spot in Canada, in Fort McMurray actually, and he's already promising a record in the Husafell Stone, so we'll see how he goes.
Okay.
Shane Gillen, he qualified down in Australia. He's actually...
I've seen Sean before, yeah.
Yeah, he's actually Irish.
Yes, yeah.
So he's going to compete for Ireland.
Cool.
Tristan Hoyt,
okay,
which is another Canadian that won the show in Gimli. Willie Jokic, which is our Icelandic Lithuanian.
Okay.
He lives in Iceland, been there for 6-7 years. Trains in my gym.
Was he there last year?
He was there last year.
Yeah,
He's the one that has the record at the Husafell Stone now.
Yeah.
And he was leading last year until the last 2 events.
I remember being impressed because I hadn't heard of him before.
You can almost call him like a pocket Hercules.
Yes, yeah.
He's so fast, explosive. If he gets his, brute strength slightly more up, but he's really technical as well.
Yeah.
I've already seen him do 160 or 70 kilo log.
Nice.
So he's the one to look out for as well. Okay. Theodor Maur, Theodor is one of the giants in Iceland.
You guys have some huge boys over there.
Yeah, I think he's the tallest Icelander so far to do a strongman.
Wow.
Stefán Karel Torfason, which is the son of Torfi Olafsson, which was
former world's strongest man competitor.
Exactly, and I think Torfi came in 4th place once.
I think he might be right. Yeah,
if I remember right. Sigfús Fossdal.
Yeah, which you know. I do know indeed. Yeah. Trained Sigfús.
Yeah. Christian Sindri Nielsen.
Yeah, I've been impressed with him.
He's got so many strong events. Now he was almost out. He pulled a hamstring, and they offered him to operate. Decided they couldn't do anything and closed him back, and they're just hoping for it that it will heal in the right way.
Yep.
But he still wanted to do it. He had pulled out, but he came back like, I want to do it. Shane Flowers.
This year, Shane's been awesome.
Oh, he's looking really good. He's looking so good.
Very good, especially the last couple of comps he's done.
Yeah. And of course, last but not least, Pavlo Cordiaca, Europe's strongest man.
Okay. That's a good name to have in there.
Looking at that, I cannot pick the winner.
Yeah, there's... did you say Rongo Keane as well?
Oh, Rongo Keane, yeah.
I was thinking, Rongo, we've got to get a champion there as well.
Yeah, Rongo Keane there to try to defend his title.
Yeah. But you got some good names.
Yeah.
And interesting events. So
interesting, like I said, I want to have it different. I want to have it challenging.
And you always wanted to incorporate the natural type stones, the logs and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of people out there that are gonna want to be watching. So tell people where they can watch this, and if they're local, can they come and watch in person?
Yes.
Okay.
It's free to watch.
Free to watch in person. Yeah. Okay, brilliant.
So, but if you come there or whatever, you just have to get to the locations and you can watch it live.
Cool. And if you can't make it there, where can people watch this?
You can watch it on the Magnus Classic / live. It's going to be on that, and you can watch it on the RAW YouTube channel.
Cool. RAW are great for.
RAW are great, and they've been with me all these years with it, and they seem to really like what I'm doing, so they're still with us.
And the goal is to just keep building this each year.
Yeah, I want to build more of the qualifiers as well, and build this. Me and my partner Tony Vandenberg are taking on some other tasks as well, like the static monsters. That'll be our thing as well now. So I'm just building basically the Magnus Classic brand, do something more with it than just a one contest. But this is going to be obviously the final.
This is the major.
This is the major one. It's going to be the final, and it's always going to be in tough conditions.
Yeah, that's the way it's got to be for the athletes, which I think is cool. And I think we're at that stage now where there's so many strongman fans, there's so many athletes, and having those different types of competitions is always fun.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I love the shows like the Giants Live.
We all do. Absolutely.
They're fantastic, but being from Iceland, being brought up with these harsh conditions, even going to Scotland when I was starting out, it didn't matter what, you would be out in the rain lifting things or doing the Highland Games or whatnot. Doesn't matter, show goes on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I just want to urge, because there's so many of these indoor shows now, and I just want to keep this tradition, keep this different, and keep it tough.
You want to make these guys suffer.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit. Excellent. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. It's always a pleasure to have Magnus on. Make sure, if you can't get there in person, tune in and watch the live stream. It's going to be an amazing show. The last 2 years have been brilliant. Looking forward to watching this one. The links for the live stream will be in the description below. And any questions at all, put them in. I'm sure Magnus or Magnusson's lovely partner will be in there answering, because she sent me over some information for this. We're a bit more useless, aren't we? We're going to leave it to the women.
Exactly. Well, they'll take care of us.
Yes, absolutely. Guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel, and make sure you check out the Magnusson Classic.
Stay strong.